참 좋아.
Hello there and welcome to my channel. Today, I will be roasting all these fandoms. I consider myself to be part of some of these fandoms, so yes, I will be bashing my own fandoms. Disclaimer, I know most fans are mature like you as viewers, but this video only applies to fans who I have a serious problem with. Some of y'all may disagree with my points, and that's okay since we're all entitled to our own opinions. Of course, this video is not asking you to change your behavior, because who the fuck am I to do that? This is just a rant video. I won't be covering every fandom in K-pop because that will be impossible. If your fandom isn't here, there are 3 reasons why. Firstly, I don't know enough about the fandom to form an opinion on them. Secondly, the fandom is unproblematic. Thirdly, I was dumb and forgot. With that long intro aside, time to get me cancelled. We are a fandom with so many inside jokes. There is always something funny you'll have to say about NCT, but that's exactly the problem. Sometimes, you make rude jokes about these guys, clowning them. Some jokes are funny but some are really mean, and at some point I got very annoyed with these rude jokes. It's not a big issue, but it only gets serious if NCT themselves sees these rude jokes about them. They may end up feeling hurt by these words. Also, some of you are sensitive and get angry at things that isn't really a big deal. In case y'all don't know, we do get involved in fan wars with other fandoms. Also, there are solo stans, don't act like we don't have any. These are usually solo stans of Mark and Taeyong. Most probably only pay attention to a few others, but the rest seem to be ignored like what the fuck, NCT has 21 members not 5. They are not beds, they are talented and need to be appreciated by all fans. Lastly, stop pretending that we're a chill fandom because we really aren't. Open your eyes to what's happening in our fandom. Where do I even start with this? I know y'all are deprived with Blackpink content and we get that YG is trash. I know it's frustrating having to wait an entire year for a comeback, but please stop fucking rubbing it in our faces. Is it our fault? No. Should you vent your anger on us? No. Also, you'll get angry over everything for no fucking reason. Just ignore shit that makes you mad. Do you really need to waste time attacking people who literally did nothing wrong? It's just stupid if you ask me. One example is these 2 girls who got death threats from stupid blinks just for doing nothing but breathing. Also, there are so many solo stans. I don't have a problem with them, but some of these solo stans keep acting like their fave is so superior to other members of Blackpink and sending hate to them like what the actual fuck. Can y'all just suck it up that BTS is more popular than EXO? More successful? EXO are one of my faves, but y'all really need to stop starting stupid fan wars. EXO-Ls and ARMYs literally have the most physical fights with one another. Like what the actual fuck? Stop trying to shove it down our throats that EXO are better. To y'all, they are the best. But if ARMYs insist that BTS is the best, then leave them alone. You can't change their minds. Also, stop using EXO's vocal abilities as an excuse that they're the best. Yes, they are vocal kings. We all know, so shut the fuck up. Lastly, to those 50 people who protested for Chen to leave the group, please educate yourselves and tell me what the fuck is your problem. What is wrong with him falling in love? Why don't you want him to be happy? You probably already know that you guys are an annoying fandom. I understand that you are trying your best to promote your faves, but Stan Luna can sometimes be used very inappropriately and I hate it. Saying it did help save Luna, and Luna themselves even said that it means a lot to them. Stan Luna was a reason why some people did become an orbit, but this is also a reason why some people don't want to be a part of a fandom. I also want to add that some of you are quite sensitive and gets very defensive towards people for dumb reasons. How the fuck can I make this video without mentioning the biggest fandom of all? Like I mentioned with EXO-Ls, you have the biggest rivalry with each other. We get it. You're proud of BTS' success and achievements. But y'all need to stop shoving it down our throats how BTS are the most successful boy band and how they quote unquote paved the way. I'm not saying you're wrong, but do you really need to brag? Also, some of y'all are sensitive and like to attack people for no fucking reason. For what? Just ignore them. Lastly, please tell me what the fuck is BTS pop? BTS are and will always be K-pop. So please, explain. I don't have much of a problem with y'all. The problem only lies when you get overly defensive over people hating on Twice. I understand that Twice gets a lot of hate, but you don't have to attack others because of that. Yes, Twice is stable, but stop hating on Blackpink. Stability is stupid and doesn't matter because it's difficult to sing and dance at the same time. Does instability make someone a bad singer? No. Don't act like a vocal expert if you really aren't. Stop making this dumb shit a big deal. However, I must say that Onces are actually one of the better fandoms in K-pop. I don't see y'all get involved in many fan wars. Atinys are only rookies, but why do I already have a problem with the fandom? During Mama TXT won and not Atinys. Some of y'all got hella mad and started saying that TXT don't deserve Rookie of the Year. Like, what the fuck is this shit? TXT won, so just suck it up. I know that y'all think that Atinys is more deserving of winning, but don't hate on TXT. Just in case y'all don't know, TXT are far more successful than Atinys. Do your research before assuming shit. I know that Atinys are also very successful in their own ways, but don't ignore TXT's own achievements. They are talented and worked hard as well. If y'all have a problem with that, then too bad. Why do y'all keep fighting with each other? It's so dumb. Also, don't act like Red Velvet is the only group in K-pop who is versatile. There are so many other groups in K-pop who are. Red Velvet's versatility makes them special, but it doesn't make them any better than other girl groups. So stop acting like Red Velvet is so superior just because of that. Y'all are sensitive as fuck, and I notice that y'all start getting very defensive towards people for dumb reasons. One example is attacking Somi because she was accused for quote unquote touching Hyunjin's butt. There is so much evidence that she actually didn't do it, because why will this kind person do such a thing? I really hate how y'all began attacking her and sending hate like it's so dumb. Also, where the fuck did you ever get the idea that Stray Kids are underrated? I literally consider them to be like in the top 20 most popular groups in K-pop. Do you know how big your fandom is? This would have been relevant if this video was made years ago, but I still feel the need to say this. Some of y'all bash Red Velvet because of the mistreatment of FX. I understand that FX is being treated horribly by SM and you want better treatment for them. But why are y'all hating on Red Velvet when they didn't do anything wrong? Blame SM, not Red Velvet. I want to emphasize that this only applies during Road to Kingdom. Y'all were literally the worst. I understand that you're trying to support your faves because you really want them to win, but you should respect the other groups as well. I saw some hate tags to ONF, Pentagon and Golden Child. Y'all were hating on them and saying rude stuff about them, like what the shit did they do? What the fuck are you trying to do? One example was when ONF won first for the It's Raining performance. Y'all began saying that the show was rigged and y'all kept bashing on ONF even though the boys only got second, which isn't even that bad. They won in the end, so all that doesn't matter anymore. But I found it so fucking stupid. The only way to help your faves is to support them and help them stream their performances. Sending hate to their competitors ain't gonna do any shit. My points are similar to what I mentioned with Meus. Yes, CLC is mistreated. Yes, Cube is trash. But why do y'all have to attack G-Idol? Some of y'all like to compare and say that CLC is way better than G-Idol in many aspects such as singing and dancing. Like, why do y'all like to compare these two groups? G-Idol didn't do anything wrong and it's not their fault. Blame Cube and only Cube. Hate Cube all you want, but not G-Idol because the girls have no control over this. I have the same point for these three groups. Just to save time, I put these three groups together. Y'all are like the overly protective parents who care too much about their children. So much that when they did bad stuff, y'all try to find as many excuses as you can. The racist things that these three groups said and did was wrong, and I hate how y'all try to find excuses. Maybe it's true that they didn't know or they weren't educated for what they did, but the least y'all as fans should do is to hold them accountable for their actions instead of finding dumb excuses. They need to learn from their mistakes. They won't learn if y'all act like it's okay, because it's really not. Y'all sound so much like my parents, saying how the past was so much better than now. But listen, I really don't care what you think. If you prefer the ancient days of K-pop, go ahead. But if you're going to start talking about how the now generation is trash, then shut the fuck up. No one asked for your opinion. Also, who the fuck are you to decide who's the kings and queens of K-pop? Anyone can have their own opinion on who's the kings and queens. If people insist that BTS are the kings, leave them alone instead of giving us a useless lecture on why Big Bang or SHINee are kings. No one cares, so leave us alone. I understand that you want more recognition for your faves. I also understand that your underrated faves are talented, but some of you call popular groups untalented and overrated. You say it just because you think your faves deserve success more than those who got successful, which is so stupid because groups more successful than your faves deserves it as well. Also, you'll need to promote your faves better. Stop saying stan group X because they are underrated. Instead, say stan group X because of their music and talents. Saying that they're underrated as an excuse for people to stan is dumb and it's not really going to do anything. By labeling them as underrated, people will see your faves as underrated and nothing else. You should provide valid reasons and points. Label them as talented or a group of amazing dancers because that is what they are. People will be interested in the group if you describe your faves very well. For example, tell someone to stan Dreamcatcher if they like J-pop. Tell someone to stan Ace because they are funny and have great music. Tell someone to stan G-Friend because of their vocals and etc. Instead of just calling them underrated because it really won't do anything. Use a dictionary because there are so many other words to describe your faves instead of just calling them underrated. For obvious reasons, I'm not saying his name. Y'all are literally the most disgusting fandom I've ever seen. Apologize to him, he's innocent. What the fuck is this shit? I don't care what excuse y'all have to make. He was involved in it and could have done something about it. The fact that y'all still admire him and support him is just so disgusting. Okay, so you've come to the end of this video. I must emphasize again that many of these opinions do not apply to you. It only applies to those toxic fans. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.